Welcome to DFO Guide. This is the real Batman, and now that you have reached level 115, it's time to start the gearing process. In this video, I will give an overview of what the gearing process looks like, then show you the dailies and weeklies you need to do to gear up. Without further ado, let's get started. First off, each gear has different rarities. You have Rare, Unique, Legendary, Epic, and finally, Primeval. By the way, Primeval only applies to accessories. There are also 12 main sets, each with slightly differing playstyles and utility. The goal of this cap is to get higher rarity gear all into one set. Now, you don't really get to choose which set you're going to wear. RNG decides what set is for you. As you obtain new gear, each piece of gear has a certain amount of set points, and the higher rarity pieces will give you more set points. When you get to certain benchmarks and set points, you get certain damage bonuses and certain utility at different ranks. Rare gear starts with 65 set points, and these points apply universally to every single set. For unique gear and above, the set points only apply to the set that it is a part of. Each level of gear adds 50 set points more than the previous gear. For instance, Legendary is 100 set points more than Rare, and Primeval adds 200 points more than Rare. At the end game, your full setup will consist of full Epic gear and 3 Primeval accessories. That is the basic premise of the 115 cap. Now, where do you get all of your gear? Let's go through all of our dailies. First, you have Gaze of the Maleficents, which can be accessed in the DFO mission tab and pressing go. They are free to enter, and you can enter 2 times per day. Once you are done with that, you should try to finish your daily quests and collect whatever material you can. With whatever leftover fatigue you have, you should run Disciple of Doom, as long as you have enough Doom oracles. It takes 22 to enter each time, and this can be lowered to as low as 18 if you buy premium items. If you run out of Doom oracles, you can buy more from Senior or the Mystical Grimoire in exchange for souls that you gathered from disassembling or registering your gear. Just a quick reminder, disassemble or register everything you find. Everything you disassemble or register into your armory can be recalled later. I will make a guide on the armory in another video. Next, let's go over the weeklies. Tuesday is the weekly reset, so you want to get all of these done before that. First, we have Advanced Dungeons. There are 6 Advanced Dungeons, with increasing rewards for higher difficulties. These dungeons give you gear, as well as Doom Oracles, so you can run more Disciple of Doom. However, you are only allowed to do 2 of these dungeons per week. Especially if you're starting out, I would try to wait until the end of the week to be as strong as possible so that you can tackle the 2 hardest advanced dungeons that you can. Starting out, you might be only able to do the 2 easiest ones, but give it a month or 2 and you'll hopefully eventually be able to do the harder ones. I will have guides on each dungeon on the channel. The next weekly is Venus, the Legion dungeon. This dungeon also gives gear like the advanced dungeons, but more importantly, you get new and stronger fusion stones for your armor pieces. These fusion stones can also give you set points, just like your base gear. There will be a guide on the dungeons, as well as how the new fusion stones work on the channel. Next, we also have to talk about Bleeding Mines. This is a special set of dungeons where you assemble a team of 4, and you have a time limit to defeat 4 different bosses. Different bosses have certain weaknesses, so having a variety of different classes can be helpful. There are 3 difficulties to complete, so you need a total of 12 characters to get full rewards. Don't worry that your characters aren't strong enough for the highest difficulty. These rewards are supplementary and is not as important as the rest of this video. The next set of weeklies are raids. There are two main raids that you should do. On Wednesday, raids from past content open up, and the one we want to focus on is Moo Raid. As long as your character meets the frame requirements, go ahead and try to apply to a raid by pressing the right bracket and joining. Try to look for raids that have train in the name. That means they're running a bunch of raids in a row. If you're new, go ahead and tell the raid lead that you're new and the leads will accommodate you. Each raid is really short, ideally about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to up to 3 minutes at most, and it goes by really fast. You won't do much if you're new, just enjoy the ride and run as many characters as you can for free Doom Oracles. Now, the current big raid, this 115 cap, is open beginning on Thursday, Nabel Raid. Nabel Raid gives you fusion stones similar to Venus, but this time for accessories and special equipment. Starting out, it's not likely that you're strong enough to get into a real raid, so you can either buy a raid with some gold, or do matching mode. Matching mode automatically matches you with other players, there's no pressure, you don't have life tokens, and it's incredibly easy and stress-free. Solo is also easy, but the rewards are slightly less, and it might take you more time if you're not that strong. To summarize the 115 cap experience, you keep running dungeons to farm up to epic and primeval gear. You also farm the new fusion stones and upgrade them from unique to epic grade. Disassemble or register everything you find. You start with gaze at the Maleficents every single day, clear your 2 advanced dungeons, run Venus, run Moo Raid on Wednesday if possible, then Nabel Raid on Thursday or later. Otherwise, you are running Disciple of Doom constantly. In the future, I will update this guide as more content is released, but this is the main cycle for DFO 115 cap gearing. There are other dungeons to run that is unrelated to gearing, but they are incredibly useful for farming gold, farming materials, and other things. Check out Dailies and Weeklies Part 2 for that video. With that said, this is the Real Batman, signing out.